Matthew 21:18, and it says, "Early in the morning, as Jesus was on the way back to the city, he was hungry. Seeing a fig tree by the road, he went up to it, but found nothing on it except leaves. Then he said to it, 'May you never bear fruit again.' Immediately the tree withered. When the disciples saw this, they were amazed. 'How did the fig tree wither so quickly?' they asked. Jesus replied, 'Truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, not only can you do what was done to the fig tree, but also you can say to this mountain, Go, throw yourself into the sea, and it will be done.'" So there's a lot to take in on this. And, immediately when you read this verse, you're obviously directed to, I can move a mountain. Faith of a mustard seed can move a mountain. That's the obvious, you know, that's the obvious thing in that verse. But I want to take a look at it deeper, because what's the importance of the fig tree? Is it, if I have faith I can do whatever I want? Yes, obviously that's very important, but it goes deeper than that. And this is the revelation that the Lord gave me, is the fig tree. A fig tree is one of the few plants that bears fruit, that can look like it bears fruit from the outside, from a far away distance. You can look at it and be like, oh, that has fruit on it, so let's go pick the fruit. Like, from a distance it looks like it bears fruit, but when you get up to close to it, it doesn't bear fruit. And so that's one of the few trees that can do that. Because other trees or other plants that bear fruit, you can tell when they're not bearing fruit, because they don't look healthy, or maybe they're not old enough, they're not, like, there's certain things that you can tell. But with fig trees, it is not, you can't even tell until you get super close to it if it's bearing fruit or not. And I feel like the revelation I had was, this is how 90% of believers are. Like, and this is how I used to be. I used to, from the outside, like, if you were standing from a distance, Noah from a distance would look like he's following Jesus. But as you got closer to me, I was not bearing any fruit. I was living a life separate from him. And that is how a lot of believers are living.